Guys, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Shelf. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD, and this week, what we found off the shelf was...
Yes, you would. Just don't know it yet.
She could have a dozen babies. She could lay 1,000 eggs.
Something's wrong.
She's here! Yeah! Open the damn door! Hey!
Oh, God.
Species, released in 1995, and, well, before I get into the starring, this film was starring Michael Madsen, who unfortunately recently passed away. This movie, obviously, he is in, like, a leading role. He's, like, the main, like, action hero of the movie. Mainly, we made this review. We watched this movie as a tribute to him. Sad to see him go. He was a great actor, and you may know him as a Quentin Tarantino regular. He was in Reservoir Dogs, Quentin's first ever movie. He was in the Kill Bill films. He was in Hateful Eight. He was very good, and he was a very good actor, and he will be missed. But, with that being said, this movie is also starring Forrest Whitaker, Ben Kingsley, Alfred Molina. Jesus, it's hard to say that fast. Natasha Henstridge, I believe is how you say her name, sorry. And Marge Helgenberger. This film also, the creature design for this movie was done by the legendary H.R. Giger, who you may know as the fucking main art director for Alien, the Alien franchise. So, if you like the aesthetics of Alien, you have H.R. Giger to thank for that. And also, the guy has an insane house. He's got a good art style, though. I like his art style. And this movie, I do think, though, while I like this movie, I do think mainly, my main gripe with it was that, yes, the creature design was by H.R. Giger, but it just didn't give me, like, Giger vibes, if that makes sense. Like, we didn't even really see the monster that much in the movie either, which wouldn't necessarily be a problem. Like, obviously seeing glimpses of the monster is better than at the end of the movie when it's like a CGI abomination, right? That's better to get little glimpses of, like, the practical suit monster. That's good. But then again, I want to see more of H.R. Giger's design. I'm sorry, his designs are really cool, man. I just want to see the whole thing. Right, I just want to see the full thing that he designed. And it did look cool. Whenever they had the actress in the suit, it looked great. Right? It was a great design, and it was, like, freaky and, like, very provocative, like most of his designs and artwork is. I mean, it's obviously provocative. This movie's literally about, like a sex alien. Well, she's not a sex alien, but she wants to have sex to procreate, to breed, I guess, to spread out, more aliens. But, again, I did not like how we didn't see her as much as I probably would have liked, because I liked the design. But this film is also, it's also kind of weird because, I mean, pretty much everybody outside the main four are pretty forgettable. Like, the main four group, I feel like they're the most memorable and interesting characters, and everybody else is just, I mean, I can't even really think out of, like, any other side characters aside from Ben Kingsley's, like, scientist character, and, obviously the alien. Like, I can't think of any other characters outside of the main four. Which, I mean, obviously the guys that get killed, but it's a horror movie. Of course there's gonna be, like, kills and stuff like that. That doesn't really count. There's not that many other side characters, and I get it, and I just feel like, though, I mean, obviously Alfred Molina gets killed later in the movie, but he was kind of the weakest link out of the main four. Well, it's Alfred Molina. I like Alfred Molina. I do think he was the least interesting out of the main four, and I think if any one of them was going to die, I'd rather have had it be Alfred Molina. You're good, I like you, but you were the weakest part of... Not weakest part of the movie. What? You were the weakest character out of the main four. I'm sorry. I will say, though, I really liked Forrest Whitaker in this movie, mainly because he was literally, like, a walking GPS. Like, he, like, fucking was a living tracker for the alien. Like, he had feelings, is what they said. He was kind of, like, psychic, I think? He had, like, a weird psychic connection with the alien. And I just like Forrest Whitaker. Okay, I think he's a great actor. And I think he can really pull off any role. And so I think he was my favorite character in the movie. But also Michael Madsen, I also think did a great job as like the rough and tumble, like tough, tough action hero of the movie. He obviously being like, he was like the central character. I feel like he was like the lead main character. Obviously, I'd say the alien was also a pretty main character when you think about it. I mean, we followed her at the beginning of the movie. She's a pretty big main character, I'd say, or a central character at least. But Michael Madsen, I think, as I said, did a good job. And I think generally, he was likable as like the like raspy voice. Like he had dog tags, so I'd assume he was like ex-military, like tough guy. I do like how he got like the action line. Like the action line. In every monster movie, you always have the line, like maybe like where they kill the monster or where they say something to the monster. I mean, Alien had "Get away from her, you bitch," and Predator had "You're a one ugly motherfucker." You get it. This movie had what was it? It was "Let go, you motherfucker." I believe that's what it was, which is a little weaker. A little weaker. Maybe it was just my inflection. Michael Madsen said it a lot better than I could, but it was a strange line. Right, because they were helping Dan, Forrest Whitaker's character, because he was like hanging onto a ledge, and there was like oil on the ground, and it was like burning, and like the alien was holding on to him. And then he had like a fucking, I don't even know where he got this from. He just had a fucking grenade launcher. I have no idea where. I don't remember him bringing that. He just had it, and then he like fucking shoots the grenade launcher. He like tells Forrest Whitaker to duck, and then he blows its head off, and it falls. But then it's a horror movie, kinda. It's like a bit like a slasher movie, maybe. No, it's a monster movie. It's a monster movie. But basically, obviously you have to have the gotcha ending, because there's like a rat. So one of the rats took like a piece of the alien, and I assume, the rat became the alien, or the alien took over the rat, because the rat has like the grabby mouth thing that the aliens have in the movie. Which is also kind of weird, because the end of the movie did have like, it felt abrupt. Because they had the climax, they killed the monster, and then the movie just basically ended like a minute or two later. There was like no falling action, which is fine, I guess. It's not a problem, it's just a bit of a nitpick, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they did conclude everything, and they left it open for a sequel, which they did make. 3 of them, I believe. But with that being said, I just think overall there was something missing from the movie for me. And while I did enjoy it, I did enjoy the chemistry of the main like group trying. Like I did like the cat and mouse game with the alien and the scientists. I did like that, but I just feel like, I don't know how to describe it. I just have a feeling that they could have done more with it. I feel it. I mean, maybe in the sequels they expand it, but I don't know. And I just feel like I kind of wanted a bit more, but not in a way of where like I was satisfied. I just felt like there wasn't enough for me, if that makes sense. I just feel like I wanted a bit more expansion on the like who the fuck sent out this. I mean, I guess it's a question that doesn't need to be answered. It's just a bit curious, why did the aliens that assumedly sent this like pretty much fucking Trojan horse over to us to kill all of us, why couldn't they have done it themselves? I mean, if they have the ability to combine DNA and, make biological weapons that are like living, breathing beings, why couldn't they just invade us themselves? Or maybe they just see us as a parasite and they just want us to be out of existence before we can cause any damage, maybe. I don't know. I just like who are the bad guy aliens? Because really, the main alien, she wasn't really a villain. She was just living off instinct, right? She was just using her instincts. She wasn't really, evil. She was just doing life, I guess is what you could say. But yeah, I don't really have that much to say. I mean, as I said, I think the main 4 chemistry was probably the best part of the movie. The cat and mouse part was the best. Like, that and the cat and mouse part was the best part of the movie. But I feel like, I don't know. As I said, I like the design, I like the practical effects. The kills weren't as gory as I thought they would be. I mean, yeah, there was some gore here and there, but I thought there would have been way more. like, I mean, this is basically an exploitation sci-fi film, right? It's very exploitation coded. So you'd expect there to be gorier kills, and yeah, there was quite a bit of kills in this movie, but they weren't as violent as you'd think they'd be. I mean, with the fucking, like, you know, with this killing machine alien, you'd expect there to be a bit more blood. I mean, there was hella nudity. Like, there was nudity, like, fucking all the time. Which I guess that's the exploitation part, is there was so much of it. So if you don't like nudity, do not watch this movie. I mean, why would you watch this movie? I feel like you kind of understand that from the premise alone. But if you couldn't pick up on it, there's a lot of nudity in this movie. So if you don't like that, don't watch it. I don't know. I'm just saying that I am trying to talk about this movie a lot, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. Overall, I enjoyed it. But I do have problems with it, as you can tell. But overall, I had fun with it. And maybe you would have fun with it. I don't know. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I mean, if you like H.R. Geiger, if you like his artwork, if you like his work in general, you could get enjoyment out of this. As I said, though, I believe they could have showed more of the alien. Like the suit itself looked great. I just wish they'd done it more. And then the weird CGI at the end was a little distracting, but not that much. It was just a little weird. But overall, I would recommend it if you're a fan of H.R. Geiger. If you like exploitation cinema, if you like, I guess, like monster flicks, you could get a kick out of this one. But as I said, this film is not for everybody. I feel like I would know some people that would not be a huge fan of this movie. So just go into this knowing what you're gonna get. Just watch this movie and, like, knowing what you're getting into, I guess is a good way to say it. I don't know what that means. I don't know. You know what I mean. You know, I don't know. Anyway. This movie, I think I would rate it a 6.5 out of 10. And, yeah, I think I said what I say. I think that's my piece. So, guys, if you like this video, share with friends, subscribe to the notifications on, comment below if you liked it. And I've been Running Time HD, off to stop an alien invasion. You know, I was watching this movie, and I saw Michael Madsen in this movie, and it's weird. Yeah, I saw it. He's in the movie. Oh my god, I saw him. I can't believe it. He's in the movie. But I saw him in this movie, and I love Reservoir Dogs. I think that's a great movie. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite Quentin movies, actually. And he's like one of the central characters in that movie. And personally, in this movie, he looks younger in this movie than he did in Reservoir Dogs. And Reservoir Dogs came out 3 years before this movie. I don't know, maybe it's just like, maybe the way he did his hair or something, because he had like this weird haircut in Reservoir Dogs. Maybe that's what it was, but I don't know. He just looked younger in this movie for some reason. I don't know, maybe that's just me.